So, let's recap what we saw today on stream. With Versus Monsters coming out in a couple of weeks' time, it's time for some Digimon fun. And yes, that is correct, Tamers, it does come out on a Thursday this time because it's the exact specific date of the anniversary of what we're celebrating with this set. With the DM trait cards in here, the Wind Guardians, with the evil diabolical Digimon ending from Adventure, as well as the top end of Ultra S. I'm probably also missing another one in here. Puppets, new puppets. That is what we're seeing in this set. Now this is releasing soon. I'm looking forward to picking this up myself. So hopefully you guys got your pre-orders in. If not, you've got yourself a local card dealer. They then showed us the full art set of the SPs. I am glad that these don't link together other than just having the theme of being cyborgs and from the set. But they do look very cool, I'm not going to lie. Like, I am looking forward to picking these up when I get a chance to during the series. And then we do get to see them in their beautiful glory in real life existence, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but when you see the images on screen, you'll know more what I'm about. The thing about the SPs, especially the newer SPs, and to be fair, even the old SPs, you have to catch them at the right light, and if you do, they are magnificent, but a still image just doesn't do them justice. We also got to see the Machinedramon alternate art today, which does look really cool, and looks fantastic in its actual visual glory as well. It's like embossed and etched, so it's definitely a chase card itself. Releasing with this set, we're also getting new sleeves. These have the new logo on for the Digimon card game. Atmon, which look quite cool to be fair. The Bad Boys in Town with Agumon, Vmon logo and Terramon. It makes some sense to me, I guess, but I feel like you could probably put a few more Digimon there, like maybe a Gilmon. But I think it's really cool, as well as the close sleeves here, which makes sense because in EX10 we're receiving more stuff for Close and her mineral miners. Then we got more Cyber Eden release stuff. Pre-release is on Friday, July 18th, day after my birthday. I'm not saying I want presents, but I'd like at least happy birthdays. And then releases the following week on July 25th. The interesting thing I found about these is MSRP for the United States and generally elsewhere will be 5 of your currency, so euros, pounds, dollars, dinero, whatever you're paying basically is what you'll be paying. In Japan, you're paying 220 yen per pack, so you're paying like 3 times the amount for a pack in English essentially, which is a little bit funny to me. We did see some of the Tamers here, and as you may have seen in the show earlier today, we do go over Yuko and Yugo, as well as the newest, baddest biatch in the series, everyone's favourite car. For those of you who are planning to do the release during July 18th to 24th, there will be the Vikemon Ace available to those out there. Now I'm going to try and get to this one if it's on the Sunday, because I've got family coming over on the Saturday to see me for my birthday, but I would like to go and do this event because even though I don't need any more Vikemons, I have like 2 places of them, I would still want to get myself some packs. Then coming in September 19th, we have Sinister Order, which as you may know already is the big bad booty boys coming in to scare us all. Now we did get 2 new reveals today. We did get the Black Greymon Ace, which is a very cool card in my opinion. Play cost of 7, 12,000 DB. Digivolve level 5, red or black for a cost of 4, and then can hand counter blast Digivolution. It's an ace. Has raid, reboot, and blocker because why not? And then on play, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's play cost of 7 or lower Digimon or Tamers, which I think was the joke around the BT8 one. You could like do both, but no, you had to pick. Now it's like, no, just I'll pop that 4-cost Tamer and then pop that 3-cost Digimon. All turns, while your opponent has a Digimon with 13,000 DP or more, your opponent's Digimon's effects don't affect this Digimon, and it gets an extra 3,000 DP. I like this because I think it's pretty much telling you that Megidramon is in its own little bracket now where you can kind of ignore it a little bit. So you can ignore it on the first rotation, then you have to kill it on the second rotation, so forth and so on. But I do quite like what this is doing here, and I think it's just a very interesting card. Then we have the coolest biker around, Biaoziamon Ace. Play cost 7, 12,000 DP. Digivolve made purple or a black for a cost of 4, or a Impmon for a cost of 4 if you have 20 or more cards in your trash. This also includes X. On play, when Digivolving when attacking, trash top 2 cards of your deck, then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with play cost of 6 or lower, and then for every 10 cards in your trash, add 3 to the maximum play cost, which is really badass. On play, when digivolving, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash by returning 2 non-Digimon eggs from your trash to the top of your deck, digivolve 2 one of your opponent's Digimon. The fact that you can layer this the way you want to do it on evolving and on play, the fact that you can then add 2 cards back to your deck to regain memory or regain effects from cards that you've already used that have when trashing effects, I can seriously see this deck having more limits in it because of just how good this card is. This card's fantastic. This card is... It's a target to any sort of removal, but it's a secret rare, and it's a very good secret rare, so I look forward to getting absolutely wasted trying to pick these up. Also, for the first time in Digimon's history, we are getting box topper sleeves. These are your designs here. You get Mr. Pizza Man, you get the ball on the throne, you get the demon who thinks he's cool, and then you get the actual cool Black Wargreymon artwork from back in the day. Bandai, turn these into posters, turn these into like acrylics, whatever, just do something with them, like let me buy these for my wall, let me put them around my house, these look fantastic. Then coming in October, as some of us are probably already aware, we get Hacker Slumber, which is Hacker Memories. Comes out in October, looking forward to this. This will be like halfway through Season 2 for the competitive season. We'll be introducing Hoodiemon for the first time. I'm 100% expecting Hoodiemon to at least be a secret rare, and then possibly the Tamer also be a secret rare. We'll see how it goes, but that is that for now. Again, first Hoodiemon for the game. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this. I can imagine it also being like a green and a purple, so that way you can kind of mix it also into Imperial if you wanted to. But we'll see what the card does and what the effects has. It could also just be a CS trait Digimon that just has like no interest being in the other decks, just colour-wise. Then in December 5th, we do get access to the newest constructed deck, the advanced deck here, Amethyst Mandala, which is a very cool name. I think it's also the name of Sakuyamon's attacks, if I remember correctly. So it's also very cool as well. Artwork for this looks really good. I'm presuming this is the newest Sakuyamon that we're going to get in the decks. People were mentioning this today. I think a lot of people wanted to see what this was going to be in terms of what cards we'd see in here. Obviously, we know here there's a pre-constructed deck, 54 cards. There's 3 bonus cards times 2. There's 2 different token cards, 1 of each. 60 sleeves, 1 playmat, and 3 index cards. This is essentially like how to play the deck, how to play the game. So, looking forward to seeing more of this in the future. We're going to get some more information about this, I presume, after we get BT23 at this point. And then, to no one's surprise, hardy ha ha he 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 he, BT24, Time Stranger. They didn't even change the name, they're just going to call it Time Stranger, which is fine. Also, he has a gun. Where's he got a gun? Yeah, 100% call this anyway, so I'm happy that I called this correct. I've been saying it for months, and now they've just come out and said, yeah, it's Time Stranger. There might be a small chance somewhere that has their finals regional event after this comes out. So there could be a very weird small format where BT24 is the newest thing in the format. So just be warned, people out there, that you might need to do a lot of practicing during the Christmas period. But we also know that the newest TP set in between, from October, a Digimon Story Time Stranger promo pack will be given out at events like store tournaments. So this is going to be the new TP pack, possibly. As you can see here, we've got the Argomon. It's the same one that we've seen already from the Collector's Edition. Arino, Gomamon, Patamon, Demi-Devimon, Dan, and Kana. Just to saving me a bit of time here today and to give you some more content in the future, I'm going to try and get better scans of this and actually like read the cards to you guys. So that's probably going to be one short at some point where I might just go through the Tamers and then one where I go through the Digimon. Then we also in January get new sleeves, and these sleeves are like absolutely cooking. We've got Nokia, the boys, and their unified form. We've got Yugo. I think it's Yugo, not Yuko. Yuko. And then we have Gaimon in the background. They look really cool together, to be fair. We've got Hoodiemon's master here with the other Memory Hacker team in the back there. And then we also have everyone's favourite car, and then Nokia and the other one I've also forgot the name of. You know that one. You know that one. But no, I like these ones. We've got basically Hacker Memory sort of in here. Nothing for 24, that seems to be though. But I do think 24 also has some like mixing and matching of BT22 and 3, because it seems like they might go back into history. Also, for a fun fact, I don't know if I'm like one of the very few people who caught this, and obviously if you're watching this video, you got this far, I appreciate it. Time Stranger goes back 8 years. 8 years ago is when Hacker Memory released, so I don't know if it's meant to be that reference is the point of reference, or if it's just more of a case of like we just chose the number 8 and it just seems to happen to line up in that sense. So, but also this game's also been somewhat of development hell, from what I can remember, so there's just that. Release date February 13th for EX11, comes out before Valentine's Day, so I know what I'm going to do for my Valentine's Day. Hi, wife. Brand new Liberator set here, Dawn of Liberator, which is a bit strange because we had Chains of Liberator as our first, in brackets, Liberator set. Technically, EX7 was our Liberator set. I am hoping that this brings some more cool things. I'd like to see Sakuyamon be really cool. I'd like everyone else to get like new power boosts. If the set is specifically just for Liberators, I'd be happy with that as long as everyone got like a decent amount of support and actually worked. And then coming in March, we're having ourselves a new reprint set, which I'm 100% okay with. But again, RB1 was kind of a mess. I would like to see this set do well. I want to make sure that if they do bring reprint sets out, maybe once a year, maybe once every other year, that they actually get us reprints. Like, please look at secondary markets. Please talk to your player base. Please ask for, like, you know, see what decks are doing really well. What things could happen. Maybe there's a couple of Tamers that need reprinting. Maybe there's, like, some SRs or some secrets that, like, need more reprinting. I'm not saying print things into the ground, but I am saying, like, look, if it's 2 or 3 years old now and those sets aren't in rotation, try and get the fans what they need to play the game. Especially if it's stuff that you want to be supported. Digimon Liberator Debuggers Set, which is actually kind of a cool name for the set. I didn't know it actually had like a sub-name. I am not saying buy this, but what I am saying is it's a very good deal for what you're getting. You're getting 52 cards. I think it's $50 or your equivalent to your regional currency exchange. Not all of these cards are going to be the best cards available for the sets, but I think they're really good. It's nice to have all these alternate art. It's nice just to basically spend 100 quid, get 104 cards, and then just be crazy with them. Especially because some of these are actually the good Tamers as well. I just wish that Owen was the good Owen. Sorry, the BT18 Owen and not the BT21 Owen, because he already has an alt art. Whereas the BT18 does not. So I thought that would have been a good, you know, brain flick. They're also saying, hey, like, please keep reading Liberators. We know it's really popular. To be fair, Liberators is actually fantastic. Whoever's doing all the design work and all the storyboard and everything else in between. Fantastic job. Keep up at it. Mwah, beautiful. Then we have Heroines Set 2. And I'm not huffing and puffing because I don't like this. Again, pre-order on my birthday. It's because of who's in it. And it's like, people have been begging for years at this point that they needed the Rina reprint because it came out in BT20. No, BT11 I think it was. By the time this comes out in March, will basically be on BT25. It's been, what, 3 years since it was first released, so it definitely needs it. So this might be the only way, in brackets, to get your arenas if you need them still for the new All Force deck. So it's coming, guys. Just got to wait basically another year for it. Then, it's not very clear what this is because, obviously, it doesn't actually say what card it is on the actual front page. If you read the text from it, but for those of you who don't know, this is Sakuyamon from BT17. It's very hard to make out what he is. So I'll put like an actual card image here somewhere to show you who it is. But I think it's cool. Digi code is also like a really cool language to me. Finals mat is Kazuchi and Fenrir. Really nice mat, makes sense. Hopefully this means that if they do the world's mat will be like Fenrir, Kazuchi mode. Yeah, as like the mat, that'd be a really cool mat. And then Season 2 is going to start in August. As you may have seen in Europe, there's a French and I think Portuguese or Italian regional going on during the summer school months. So good luck with that one for everyone who's not in those local regions. That's going to go on until January. And then finals of Season 1 will be held in September in America only. This is by invite only, so it is American only. So there is a Season 1 finals, which will then help you get towards finals at the end of Season 2. So, interesting. And then Digimon Expo 2025, Digimon card game is joining in. Event details will be announced officially and made available on June 26, which is obviously 2 weeks away. September 2021 in Tokyo Prism Hall. Contents may change. This seems to be like the big Japanese event that they're going to have. America is also having Anime Expo come in. They're going to be showing off Alysion for the first time. I think it's really cool to have this in a situation where it's not like Japan's first. It's nice to have an English-speaking region have some access to some new stuff. But if you're in the local LA area, or you can get there within financial reason, go down, have a fun time. I understand that Anime Expo is very expensive these days. Report back as much as you can, if you can. I don't know off the top of my head any Digimon content creators who live in LA, just because it's so expensive and Digimon's not massively good financially to make content on. But maybe some of the anime people might go down there, and maybe I'll see some of their stuff pop up, and they'll be like, "Hey, look, did you know Digimon was still a thing?" You know, usual stuff. And obviously, with everything going on in LA right now, obviously, please be safe. It's only happening in certain areas, but you know, they're well within their rights because, you know, protect your people. And that is it. That is the end of this segment. I think we're going to get more news in September. That's what it seemed like. It does feel like we're going to get more news sort of like quarterly now. And I kind of understand that maybe in the next quarter we might get us on the ban list because we haven't had one for a while. And, you know, it's like now they want to be more on top of it, especially now that we're all playing the same format within reason. So, I have been Agito Swiftly. Thank you for being here. And we'll catch you guys next time for more Digimon fun times. And I'm sweating to death. So, mwah, peace out and goodbye.